You're welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health, your one-stop destination for NAFDAC activities and the agency's daily fight to safeguard the health of you and I. My name is Tosin Omolaja. Today on the program, we bring you the launch of NAFDAC Msme Palliative program. This e-registration-based program is NAFDAC's response to the realities of Nigeria, given the fallouts of the COVID-19 pandemic, both on the citizenry and the nation's economy. The event drew participation from all over the country. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo, also joined the launch from the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
Let me begin by saying that the DG of NAFDAC and her team deserve a very special commendation for this thoughtful and strategic response to the devastation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. What we're seeing that has happened to businesses, especially MSMEs here in Nigeria and worldwide. Just after the first index case of the disease was discovered in Nigeria, and before the lockdowns began, Mr. President put together strategic teams to immediately determine the impact of the disruptions likely to be caused to the economy and what our immediate and medium to long-term approach should be. The vulnerability of MSMEs to the severe shocks that were to follow was priority at every consideration of these issues. But perhaps even our best projections could hardly have predicted the massive economic disruptions, the unprecedented number of business failures, job losses, that the health challenge, what began as a health challenge, and the ensuing lockdowns would cause, especially to MSMEs, who, of course, as you know, are the backbone of our entire economy. So of importance to government's response, therefore, was to find ways of not just giving succor and assistance to existing MSMEs, but also ensuring that there is practical and active fillip to new MSMEs so that the growth of this sector is not discouraged by the current economic trauma. This is why the e-registration assistance for MSMEs through the Automated Product Administration and Monitoring System, NAPAMS, is so timely. Henceforth, MSMEs can now process the registration of their products with NAFDAC in the comfort of their homes or offices at an 80% discounted rate over a period of 6 months. Now, apart from the obvious cost savings that this brings, e-registration will serve our MSMEs especially well at this time of travel restrictions and social distancing. I'm informed that in recognition of the current economic hardships as well, especially those being experienced by small and medium-scale enterprises, NAFDAC has rolled out some other palliatives for micro and small businesses, including zero tariffs for the first 200 MSMEs to register on the e-platform, and a waiver on administrative charges for overdue late renewal of expired licenses of MSMEs and their products for a period of 90 days. These are all indicators of the new spirit of NAFDAC and a foretaste of the support that MSMEs stand to enjoy, especially in these very difficult times. But this is not a new undertaking for the federal government. It is merely an extension or intensification of the government's long-standing commitment to MSMEs. As you might know, the national MSME clinics have taken place in virtually all states of the Federation. And the idea has been to bring all relevant government agencies closer to a full understanding of the sector's challenges and to implement the quickest and most efficient ways of resolving them. So in state after state, we have gone with our regulators, taking into account all of the needs and problems of MSMEs in those particular localities. And what we'll try to do is to ensure that the regulators see themselves as facilitators of business, not as policemen of businesses, but as facilitators, not as obstacles, but as those who will make sure that MSMEs have the easiest time in doing business in Nigeria. Indeed, the event today is aimed at assisting and addressing some of the challenges identified during those MSME clinics. This is possibly one of the most challenging times in human history. And I don't think the point is overstated at all. Suddenly, all over the world, businesses have practically come to a halt. For us in Nigeria, revenues from our major source of foreign exchange, oil, has petered out. Businesses are prostrate. But paradoxically, these can also be for us the best of times. As the President has repeatedly urged, we have no excuse not to be one of the most productive and prolific economies in the world. Our hope is to achieve this aim through the incredible numbers of MSMEs that we have. We certainly can achieve the aim of being the most productive, one of the most productive and the most prolific economies in the world, especially because of the sheer range of talent that we have in technology, in entertainment, in TV and film production, in manufacturing, in the agro-allied industry, and several ancillary services. This is our moment, and the government of Nigeria and its regulatory agencies are prepared to back MSMEs and to back businesses that are prepared for the innovative and interesting times that lie ahead of us. Again, I'd like to thank the Managing Director of the Director General, beg your pardon, of NAFDAC and her team for this innovation, and to also say to them that surely this is only the beginning of what we expect to see from them in terms of innovation, in terms of adaptability to in the next few months, and the challenges that we will be seeing in the business environment. I'm sure that NAFDAC, SMEDAN, Bank of Industry, all of our regulatory agencies and MDAs concerned with the MSMEs see this period as a period when we must work with the MSMEs. We must work with them. We must identify those challenges, and we must be quick on the draw to ensure that we're able to resolve all of the various problems that they have. Thank you all very much. God bless you.
The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, revealed that according to national policy on MSMEs, as at 2017, there were 41.4 million MSMEs in Nigeria, and that about 99% belonged to the micro subsector. Therefore, this palliative is expected to revolutionize the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the country.
NAFDAC has the statutory responsibility to safeguard public health through the execution of its mandate, which is to regulate and control the manufacture, importation, exportation, distribution, advertisement, sale, and use of food. Generally, we refer to this as regulated products. MSMEs contribute up to 45% of total employment and up to 33% of national income in enabling environment for businesses and strength measures and strategies aimed at promoting transparency and efficiency. Reviewed guidelines for registration of products and uploaded them to the website. We have reduced requirements for registration of some food and cosmetic products, granting 50% discount on tariffs for product registration. We have expedited laboratory analysis for samples. We are now allowing micro companies with similar products to share production facilities. Non-engagement of consultants by companies for product registration and instructing them to visit NAFDAC offices directly. Strong treatment of complaints, inquiries from companies are now being issued. In furtherance of compliance with the executive order on the ease of doing business, as well as proactive response to the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic, NAFDAC has instituted the following palliatives for the micro and small businesses. 1. Offering zero tariff for first 200 micro and small companies to register their products. Second, granting 80% reduction in tariff for the registration of micro and small businesses for a period of 3 months. Giving waivers on administrative charges for late renewal of expired licenses for products of micro and small businesses. Micro and small enterprises with the MSME classes of businesses are therefore encouraged at this forum to take advantage of this laudable incentive to massively embark on e-registration of their products. I would like the industry to support NAFDAC by adhering to the agency's laws, regulations, and guidelines in the course of doing business to ensure quality standards and safety. In conclusion, we look forward to robust interaction and dialogue with all stakeholders as NAFDAC upholds the customer-focused and agency-minded motto. Thank you so much. Stay safe and have a nice day. Thank you.
We'll go on a short break. Don't go away. Welcome back. NAFDAC's innovative approach to nation building and the ease of doing business is domiciled in the NAPAMS platform, an online registration interface that guarantees speed, ease, and credibility.
NAPAMS means NAFDAC Automated Product Administration and Monitoring System. NAPAMS is a bespoke e-registration portal that offers end-to-end registration for all regulated products. The website is napams.org or registration.nafdac.org.ng. NAPAMS offers provision for purchase, completion, and submission of product registration forms, online monitoring of applications, and also payment to remitter. NAPAMS has the advantage of localization, provision for products registration at the applicant's zone or state or location of convenience. It also offers automation for the whole process till the issuance of NAFDAC registration number. It also provides access to 24-hour customer care by service provider and NAFDAC staff. There are 3 basic steps towards product registration. Number 1, the client visits the NAFDAC site, and for clients who are MSMEs, they have to indicate that they are MSMEs, and there's a provision for them in the form, because that creates a special pathway for them, and all the benefits and palliatives that are available are accruable to them on that line. Number 2, we have the purchase of forms. After creating the profile, the client can now purchase a form and begin the product registration. And of course, he will also be able to monitor his approval and get approval for the product once the product is approved. In summary, NAPAMS is user-friendly, is robust and innovative, is timeline-driven, and is compliant with global best practices.
This is not really something very new to us in NAFDAC. So NAFDAC has always keyed into how can we be transparent? How can we be effective? And so NAFDAC kept on looking at ways to help this sector. We just couldn't apply the same type of requirements for the bigger players for them, because we listened to their cries and things that bothered them concerning their business. And of course, we do not want people's businesses to die. All we're just interested in is how to grow their businesses, how to help them while ensuring that they meet our own mandate, which is to ensure that we have products that will be safe. And that was why we said e-registration. If we can come up with e-registration for the MSMEs on our NAPAMs, because that is the portal that we use for e-registration. If we're able to do it, then people can sit at home, put in the application, do everything they have to do, and if they're in production, we can find a way of carrying out inspection either by remotely or we actually go there, pick their samples, send it to the lab, you see. So they're not even having any contact. They're only going to have contact with the inspectors. And then if the products pass, all they see is that they get information via email that their product has passed. And so that's why the e-registration platform became very important now that social distancing is a very key thing that we have to do. And then the 80% reduction is just because we have to help. Everybody can see how difficult things are now. And that was why we said it won't cost us too much to do that. Yes, we may be losing revenue, but I think the economy, for the economy to recover quickly, I think this was probably the best thing that could do.
Although this palliative makes it much less onerous for players in the MSME sector to register their products and receive guidance from NAFDAC in terms of ensuring quality and safety of their products. The agency takes the matter of quality and safety very seriously and does not, by consequence of this palliative measure, drop the bar on good manufacturing practice in any way. All manufacturers of regulated products who will enjoy this palliative will still be expected to measure up to the laid out standards of quality and safety. Participants at the online event who joined from all over the country got a chance to ask questions and get better understanding of how this palliative will work. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Industry also joined the event to show support for the scheme.
We would like to congratulate you for this very good initiative. A lot of the industrial, small and medium-sized companies are going to benefit from this palliative. And the country will also benefit from it. We at BOI, we're your partners in progress, can count on our support. Once again, congratulations for this initiative.
SMEDAN is the agency of government saddled with the responsibility of managing the development of small and medium-scale businesses in Nigeria. The agency's Director General pledged to ensure this palliative reaches people in this sector.
We thank you on behalf of the MSME family of the country, and we want to urge you and all other agencies of the Federation to come up with a lot of initiatives like that of NAFDAC to ensure that the MSMEs get easy relief on these things that have been disturbing our country and the whole entirely this COVID-19 pandemic. And we want to assure you that SMEDAN has 36 offices in all the Federation and 6 zonal offices. And we want to support NAFDAC to ensure that this initiative come to fruition. And I want to also assure you that I have directed all the state offices to also go into the NAFDAC website to see all the available things for MSMEs and to ensure that they subscribe and give information to all the MSMEs in the country. We thank you once again. We congratulate NAFDAC. We congratulate you, the DG, and we hope and pray that Nigeria will get out of this COVID-19 and will get out of this economic situation that we are facing at the moment.
In Lagos, stakeholders in the MSME sector expressed their profound excitement at this initiative.
My name is Tolu Nokoya Joseph, and I'm a manufacturer of hand sanitizers, liquid detergents, and hand wash. On behalf of my fellow entrepreneurs who are not here, I want to say a big thank you to NAFDAC. And I want to say that this intervention is surely going to go a long way for a lot of us that are still on the micro level and are trying to push our products to the market but cannot because we don't have the required NAFDAC license.
My name is Prince Ishi. I'm the National President, Association of Micro Entrepreneurs of Nigeria. Today is a very great day in my life and the life of my members. With this program that the NAFDAC have just introduced, I want to salute the DG. I believe that we, the entrepreneurs, you have write your name in a good that the entrepreneurs will not forget in a hurry. I want to thank you for this idea, and we are promising you that we are not going to, will not disappoint this trust you have in us. And I also want to use this medium to actually ask NAFDAC to do more. If there's any other area that you need to assist us more, we will gladly accept it. Thank you and God bless you.
In response to concerns that electronic registration might cut off many who may not be computer literate or educated from taking part in this scheme, especially on the micro level, NAFDAC has put measures in place to ensure that they are assisted to enjoy 100% benefits of this palliative measure.
One of the things we thought about is that it's not even just about the people who are illiterate, because you even have people who went to school who are not computer friendly. So what we had planned to do, and we're still doing, is that we have a website where we'll demonstrate how to register your product. So if you go to the MSME platform, you'll be able to see how to register your product. That's one. Two, the office will still be running. And so we are saying that if you don't understand what to do, if you feel that you still understand, we also call it assisted. Our officers will assist you and teach you how to register your products online. So it's not that, it's just that it will have to now be by appointment, because we don't want too many people coming to the office because of social distancing. So we will always take as many people that can come as long as we are not in violation of social distancing, and teach them. So officers themselves are all trained on that portal. And because they are trained on that portal, they will be the ones to train and teach people who feel that they have nobody to support them. We give them an appointment, they call in, they get an appointment, they come in there, and we sit with them and put them through the process. So that's why they're not cut off. And then for those who are educated but are not computer friendly, we have, we're going to have a demo on our web page for MSMEs, where you can sit down and be looking at you can download the demonstration and then you can follow it. It's very friendly. It was made in a very friendly way, so you'll be able to understand it. So these are ways where we said that. And then we're also thinking again of, by Zoom meeting, we're also thinking of setting up something like that, where we can also do training of people who still do not understand. And then, of course, we have dedicated lines, so you can call us. And then, like I said, this is a time we all have to sacrifice. And NAFDAC is so willing to sacrifice her time to help this sector.
This is where we bring the program to a close today. Join us again next week, same time, same station, for another informative edition. Remember, safeguarding the health of the nation is our collective responsibility. So report fake and unwholesome food and drugs and activities that create them in your area. You may have questions, comments, or inquiries. Kindly contact us. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, please call 0800 162 3322 or email nafdac@nafdac.gov.ng. Till next week, stay safe.